Hi everybody, welcome to Jin's Wall Street News. The U.S. Census Bureau reported Friday that advanced estimates of U.S. retail and food services sales increased 0.4% in October from the previous month. According to the Federal Reserve, industrial production decreased 0.3% in October on a monthly basis. Atlanta Fed's GDPNow estimates U.S. real GDP growth at 2.5% for the fourth quarter 2024. For the U.S. stocks, S&P 500 fell 1.32% and the Nasdaq Composite tumbled 2.24% Friday. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, advanced estimates of U.S. retail and food services sales for October increased 0.4% from a month ago, up 2.8% over the last 12 months. Retail sales in September revised up from 0.4% to 0.8%. In addition, sales, excluding auto dealers, food and beverage stores, gasoline stations, and building materials dealers, which are used for GDP calculation, decreased 0.1% in October. According to the Federal Reserve, industrial production decreased 0.3% in October. Industrial production in September was revised down from a 0.3% decrease to a 0.5% decline. The Federal Reserve said, quote, "A strike at the major producer of civilian aircraft held down total industrial production growth by an estimated 0.3 percentage point in September and 0.2 percentage point in October," unquote. The Federal Reserve added, quote, "Hurricane Milton and the lingering effects of Hurricane Helene together reduced October industrial production growth 0.1 percentage point," unquote. The output of business equipment fell 2.7% in October, the Federal Reserve said, quote, "largely due to the work stoppage in civilian aircraft," unquote. Manufacturing output fell 0.5%, while the output of utilities rose 0.7% in October. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, GDPNow estimates U.S. real GDP growth at 2.5% for the fourth quarter 2024, updated based on the U.S. retail sales and the industrial production. 10-year Treasury yield fell right after the CPI data came in line with expectations, but it rebounded to 4.48% after Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari said, quote, "We are probably in a somewhat higher neutral rate environment," unquote. The yield moved up on higher than expected wholesale inflation numbers and the lower than expected initial jobless claims. Then it decreased as oil prices fell, but it rose again as Jerome Powell said, quote, "The economy is not sending any signals that we need to be in a hurry to lower rate." The yield moved up further as the headline retail sales increased 0.4% in October, but it fell again as industrial production decreased 0.3% and sales, excluding auto dealers, food and beverage stores, gasoline stations, and building materials dealers decreased 0.1% in October. For the U.S. stocks, S&P 500 fell 1.32%, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 0.7%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq tumbled 2.24% as many investors think that the US GDP growth is likely to slow in the first quarter 2025, as I mentioned on November 14th. Okay, this is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.